The Night Visitor. It was a cold, quiet night when Sarah found herself alone in the house for the first time in years. Her parents had left for a weekend getaway, and with her younger siblings staying over at a friend's, she relished the idea of a peaceful night to herself. She curled up on the couch with a blanket, a bowl of popcorn, and a horror movie to match the mood. As the movie played, the storm outside began to pick up. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and the rain pattered against the windows, adding to the eerie ambiance. But Sarah wasn't scared. She was a horror movie aficionado, and it would take more than a few special effects to rattle her nerves. Halfway through the movie, the power went out. The screen flickered off, plunging the room into darkness. Sarah sighed, annoyed, and reached for her phone to use as a flashlight. As she did, she heard a faint, rhythmic tapping sound coming from upstairs. Tap, tap, tap. She froze, listening intently. The tapping continued, slow and deliberate. Her mind raced through possible explanations. A leaky roof, a tree branch against the window, or maybe even a prank from her siblings, though they weren't supposed to be home. She decided to investigate. Grabbing her phone, she made her way upstairs, her footsteps muffled by the thick carpet. The tapping grew louder as she approached the hallway. It was coming from the guest room at the far end of the corridor. Tap, tap, tap. Sarah hesitated outside the door, her hand trembling as she reached for the handle. She pushed the door open slowly, and the tapping stopped. The room was empty, just as it should be. She shined her phone's light around, illuminating the furniture and the closed window. Everything seemed in place. Relieved, she turned to leave, but as she did, something caught her eye. On the mirror above the dresser, there were words scrawled in what looked like blood. The message sent a chill down her spine. "I'm watching you." Quote. Her breath caught in her throat, and before she could react, the door slammed shut behind her. She spun around, her heart pounding, and saw a dark figure standing in the doorway. The figure moved closer, its face hidden in the shadows. Sarah backed away until she hit the wall, her phone slipping from her hand and clattering to the floor. The figure stepped into the light, revealing a twisted smile on its face. Sarah's scream was swallowed by the storm outside. By the time her parents returned home the next day, there was no sign of Sarah, only the message on the mirror and the phone, still lying on the floor, with one last message on the screen. "You're next." Quote.